So today we are going to paint one landscape painting, and the subject of our painting is the Kedarnath Temple, which is in Uttarakhand. And this landscape painting, we have a lot of objects there, like the mountains itself, which are surrounding the temple. Devotees or the visitors who are visiting to the temple, and overall, to start with this paint, I am giving the plain wash of water with the help of Prussian blue color to paint the sky section of our painting, and later on we will move to paint the other parts of our painting. I have one reference image in front of me with the help of which will implement this painting. More about the material I am using for painting this reference image. So I am using the Canson 300 GSM paper for same, and of course the medium is the watercolors, and I am using the Camlin watercolors along with Faber-Castell tube colors, and I am using the round and flat brushes. Now we are going to paint one small section of hill or mountain which is behind the temple, and its color is little bit dark green, or we can say fern green. More or less some stones are there on the inclined direction towards downside on that hill section, and I am going to give the plain dark green wash to that section. And while giving the plain wash of this dark green color or the green color, I'm not keeping all the part with the plain wash. I'm keeping some space over there for the other objects there on the hillside. Just like there might be some stones, or there might be some sunlight there on the some corning areas of the hill, and that's why always I'm trying to keep some space wherever required, so that afterwards maybe you can add other colors or other darkness, or you can fill up those areas whenever you want, and wherever the depth is required. So just like the upper corning section, I'm keeping little bit dark, I'm adding more black color to it. So those things come out of the practice, and when you observe some reference image, then also you will come to know like where there is a light, where there is some shadow, and accordingly you need to paint. I'm keeping a little bit section white as it is, because there might be some stones over there on the inclining hill part. So those things are there in your reference image, and accordingly you can add those things in your paint. Now it is up to you, how do you keep those areas. Sometimes you can add those things afterwards using some darkness or some brush strokes. Just for more understanding, I am keeping the reference image in my mobile in front of our camera. And like the Kedarnath temple is more or less it is of rectangular stones in the wall. So I am giving the dark gray color, and remaining section maybe I can paint it later using some dark strokes. Light section little bit grayish I am keeping, and the shadow section I have given the dark color, dark black color. You can see the top part of this temple, it is little bit yellow color I have given, because those things are there articulated in the image. And when you are giving the plain gray wash there on the first wall, front wall of the temple, I can add more details to it. So now I am adding the details of the different parts in the image. The brick structure is little bit rectangular, so I am adding those particular details. It's not always required to add each and every detail, but the things like which are possible to add over there, we can add them. Few vertical and horizontal brush strokes are required there, so I'm just trying to add some black color over there. Some shadow part I am trying to paint, because some part of the wall is some little bit outside from the face. Entry section, you can see it will be very dark, because the inside part, when we visualize the landscape painting as a whole, it will be definitely some dark parts, so we'll keep it using the black color only. Few devotees or visitors you can see in the painting who are reaching out towards the temple, and we are going back as well. And to paint those human being, I am just giving some tiny dots for the head and little bit vertical brush strokes. Not all detailing of the expression of any human being is required, because if we see this painting as a whole, then not all details we can see. We can see some rough images of those people who are gathered around. And now I'm painting the mountain part surrounding the temple. I'm using the Prussian blue color with some mixed color of black color over there, because the color shades of the shadows there on the top of the mountain, you can see it is of more or less black or the blue color. And few things I'm purposefully keeping a little bit white, because there is some snow also. I mean, every season you visit the Kedarnath, little bit snow you can find, and definitely in the winter season itself there is a lot of snowfall over there. But now, since this image I am having as a reference, it is mostly in the summer season or middle of the summer season, so we do not find that much snowfall. So now it is a plain mountain section of the Himalayas I am painting. So every section we draw, every part we draw of our painting, similar kind of contrasting, similar kind of depth is required at the another end to the balance the paint. If you have given lot of darkness to all the areas, you cannot balance that paint, or you have to keep some space with some faint areas as well. So you have to understand like how you can balance your painting, how you can give depth wherever required. And little bit brush strokes, similar inclined brush strokes, keeping the top section little bit dark, and moving those brush strokes to the bottom side, some space reserved for the snow areas. more or less three-dimensional effect you can see on the hillside part, because there is sunlight is there is some shadow is there of some part. There is no any constant or any defined dimensions of the mountains part or any of the part from the nature. There is no any defined dimension, so to consider how you are going to draw that section. So more or less it is something like you have to find some depth, you have to find some shadow things over there, some light section you need to understand, and accordingly you can beautify that part on paper. And most of the part we have completed as a part of painting. Wherever required, we have given more depth to the right side. We have tried to balance each and every object there in the painting. The darkness areas or some kind of lighten areas, we have to identify those things from the reference image, and all these things can be achieved as from your practice only. So that is all about this painting so far. There are some horizontal stairs to reach out the temple, and I'm adding the brush strokes over there, keeping some space in between, little bit faint, and adding more darkness to the side part on left and right, and little bit tiny dots and some detailings wherever required. I'm just trying to add there. And now after completing all the objects there on the paper, now it's time to give the detailings wherever required. So as you can see, if you need to add more depth, more darkness, then you can add it later on. If you want like that more details you need to give to some part of your temples, so that that part will get highlighted, then you can add it. Little bit sprinkle work using the white color I am doing, because on the green section of the mountains there are little bit stones there, and that's why you can add it using some tiny dots of white color. And now it's time to stop, so because I have done from painting of all the areas of that reference image. If you like this video, just don't forget to share, subscribe, and have your comments in comment section. Till then, bye.